Well, this is my 7-inch long range quad, and I'm going to make a small change to it. And what I'm going to do is change these motors. The current ones are Zing, I don't know if you can see that, 2604s, and they're 1350 kV. Now these are fine for sort of the rotational speed, but I found in flying the quad that it lacks a bit of control, and I think it's because these spin too easy. I don't think there's enough leverage or torque. Yes, torque. I don't think there's enough torque in these motors to really control the props properly, so it makes it feel a little bit too loose. So what I'm going to do is change these motors out for these. I really hope this is focusing. Let's tap on it. There we are. These are T-Motor F90. They're 1300 kV. So they're very fractionally lower kV than the ones that are on it at the moment, but so little it doesn't really make any difference. But they're quite a bit wider. I don't know if you can see that. They're quite a bit more diameter than the existing ones, and a little bit thicker. So literally I'm just going to swap these motors for these ones. A little bit more torque, a little bit more power if I punch it. So hopefully it will make this long range quad just that little bit better. Hopefully you can see that. So that's what we've got here. Let me try and make certain that's in focus. Hopefully it is. And these 90 motors, F90 motors come with some heat shrink and some snake skin, which I've laid up to here, and I've just got to finish soldering the ends of these motors onto the ESC. Okay, all done now, everything's soldered up. I've decided to put the lost model alarm above the wiring. I just printed a new little jig there just to hold it above. It's got some double-sided sticky tape to hold it and hold that on, and then one cable tie. You can still get to the release button there. The only thing I'm not happy about is this wire. It's a bit too tight, so I've got to look to get a new I'll have to either extend this wire, which I don't want to, or get another cable with the same, just longer wire to solder it. I'd rather bring it down and round so it's less. If you have a crash, that's possibly going to get caught, and I don't like that. I did give it a quick test hover outside and it's flying fine. I have next thing to do is to give it a proper flight, hopefully this weekend coming, and at that point I'll double check the level of throttle and how much power it's taking to see if it's going to be suitable. But I do like these motors, they're really nice. Love these motors. Hover is around about a 1250 on the throttle range when I looked at the black box, which means I'm getting, it's hovering at, what's 1250 out of 1000, quarter throttle to hover with the battery on, so it's not going to be too juicy for general cruising, and we'll see how we go.
Like a train, you'll hear me coming. from 100 miles away. I don't ever remember running as fast as when I'm after you to stay. When I tell you that I promise, that's exactly what I mean. It's you, yeah, it's always been you, and everyone around can see. It's true, yeah, it's a dream come true, that you're the only one for me. And darling, you're proof that we're always gonna make it through. Cause you only wanna be with me, and I only wanna be with you. Oh, yeah, I only wanna be with you. Like a storm cloud in the distance, you can feel me moving in. There's a pressure and resistance I hope we never have to feel again. It's you, yeah, it's always been you, and everyone around can see. It's true, yeah, it's a dream come true, that you're the only one for me. And darling, you're proof that we're always gonna make it through. And you only wanna be with me, and I only wanna be with you. Oh, yeah, I only wanna be with you. When I told you that I promised, and I said I'd never leave, I'll be standing here beside you to the end of everything. It's you, it's always you, and everyone around can see. It's true, it's a dream come true, you're the only one for me. And darling, you're proof that you're always gonna make it through.